Hello friend, this is Dr. Saurabh Patwardhan from Nandadip Eye Hospital and FECO Training Center, and with this video I am starting a new series called Commented Videos, and this will be about the routine cases that we do daily, and I'll be talking you throughout the case, and there will be certain variation in each case that as we know, and we'll be speaking about that. So this just like a dialogue. I'll be speaking about what I was thinking when I was operating and I was doing a particular step. So this is a case of soft cataract and I'm making a side port incision. I use 2% HPMC over the ocular surface to make it good for visualization, to avoid drying of the cornea, and this is the preservative free xylocaine which I inject, and then I make the main incision 2.8 millimeter. I prefer 2.8 millimeter in all cases. I don't think 2.2 gives some advantage or 2.8 as such. This is again 2% HPMC. I have seen many of my colleagues, not from India, from abroad, they don't use HPMC commonly, but I think it's a great viscoelastic agent to have. And I start off with the Purkinje image. Here I am using a bent cystitome, and here it's going little bit bigger than what I want. I should have stopped here, replenished with visco, but I continued. So luckily I could complete the CCC, because most importantly I was not allowing the visco to come out, but still it's a bigger size than what I would have wished for. Now the effect of CCC size and centration is still debatable, because I haven't seen many cases where the IOL got decentered to have any clinical effect because of the CCC size. But of course, as they say, if you have the optics which are covered by CCC, it might give you more stable refractive outcome, and I would like to have that in each and every case. But as you know, with manual CCC you can achieve that maybe in 80% cases, and you may try to go for higher percentage of success. And to aid that, we can use the CCC marker. Maybe in some other case I will show that. I use it preferably in cases of multifocal and torics where I want the CCC to be perfect. But to be true, I haven't, as I said earlier, I haven't found too many cases where the IOL has decentered because of CCC. So this is a soft cataract. The plan now was to do trench divide. I started with some trenching, but then I decided to do a mechanical chop. You can see this is the 1 mm Sinskey, a blunt one, very blunt, and I'm doing basically a horizontal chop but without any phaco energy there. You can hear that there is no phaco energy being delivered, and I'm doing mechanical chopping. That means I'm compressing the nucleus between the phaco tip and the Sinskey, and thus I'm chopping them into multiple pieces. Wonderful technique to have for soft cataracts particularly, because sometimes we struggle with trench and divide. And did you see that there were some fluctuation in the anterior chamber? Definitely that there is some amount of surge. You can see the pupil getting constricted with each occlusion break, and I should have here reduced the vacuum. I'm not using any phaco energy. If you can hear that, I'm just using the vacuum. Most of the time it's aspiration, but if you ask me, I should have reduced the vacuum little bit here, because the inflow was here less than the outflow. So probably I had set little bit higher vacuum, and these settings have to be varied from case to case. So same settings may not work in all cases. Of course, if you set the proper settings, it works in almost 90% of your routine cases, but in certain situation like here, you could feel the surge was there. There were fluctuation in the anterior chamber, and for more stable AC I should have reduced the vacuum. This is just a routine coaxial cortex aspiration that I prefer, and you can listen to the sound also, how in the periphery the vacuum applied is less, and as I pull the cortex towards the center, my foot switch is pressed more, and more vacuum will be applied. So this makes the cortex aspiration very safe. So the case is almost over. There are no remnants of cortex on the PC, otherwise I would have opted for polishing the PC. I don't polish the anterior capsule. Of course, there are two schools of thoughts. Some surgeons prefer to do extensive polishing of the anterior capsule, but I feel that it does not necessarily reduce the amount of PCO. I think PCO is mainly dependent on the material of the IOL. Of course, there are multiple factors. If you excessively polish anterior capsule, sometimes what happens is that the anterior capsule fibrosis takes place very delayed, and I have talked with some experienced surgeons where when the extensive polishing of the anterior capsule was was described, and many surgeons tried doing that initially, the surgeons told me that if there were excessive attempts to polish the anterior capsule, sometimes because of the lack of fibrosis, and also when you are polishing the anterior capsule too vigorously, you may damage the zonules without knowing, and some of these patients may have loose bags later after a few years. So I think I would prefer not to polish the anterior capsule too extensively, though of course if I can see few debris I will do it. So just you saw that I gave intravitreal injection of anti-VEGF. This patient is a diabetic patient undergoing treatment. Already laser has been done, but there was some edema. So along with the cataract surgery, I decided to give anti-VEGF to take care of the macular edema as well, which may subsequently again require treatment. Removing the cataract will further aid in further management of the disease. Also there will be improvement of the vision for the patient. Thorough visco wash is very important. I make sure that I go behind the IOL also in each and every case and wash off and aspirate all the visco from the bag, and that's very essential. Now watch the hydration over here. You always hydrate in the outer half of the incision. Avoid going inside or inner half of the incision because there is descimate over there. And as I told earlier, the CCC was a bit larger than what I would have loved to have, but it's fine. If you have a smaller CCC, you can enlarge it, but if it is bigger, you can't do anything about it. And that's the end of the surgery. Well hydrated incision. You ask the patient if the patient can see the light or not before you close the case, because you don't want excessively high intraocular pressure at the end of the surgery. Do visit our website phacotraining.org.in and also submit your videos for review and publishing, and do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much.